In therapy sessions, oftentimes when my clients have distressing feelings or emotions, we talk about putting those feelings and emotions in a container. And the container really is, it can be real or imagined. And it's something, sometimes I have clients make their own containers, but it needs to have a lid. And I ask my clients, and I say something like this: imagine you have a container in which you can place all material things, images, thoughts, feelings, sensations, until you're ready to review it. When you can't give those distressing feelings, physical or emotional, your full attention, or it doesn't feel safe to do so, or you don't have time right then, imagine yourself putting them into the container until the time is right to take them out and review them. So really, I want you to think about this. I want you to imagine your container and where you can put it. And it's really important to practice this, because it's not something that you can do when you're having huge emotions and then suddenly, oh, let me think of my container. It's really something that you want to practice using. Just maybe if you're having some feeling of frustration, imagine your container and imagine that it has unlimited capacity and you can just put those feelings in, and then you want to close the lid. And you can even put a padlock on it. You can reinforce it. You can imagine yourself putting it under a bed somewhere, wherever you'd like. But what you do know is that you have access to that container anytime you need. So what I'd suggest is, when you have time to talk to that therapist or coach, that you put yourself in state and you imagine yourself just kind of opening up the container and talking about those feelings. The container can be very, very helpful when we've got overwhelming feelings and we just don't have the time, or we don't know what to do with them at the moment. And so we know that they'll be there. We know that we have access to them, and we take them out at the appropriate time when we can give it the space. But what it does is it relieves us of the burden of having to deal with them in that moment. And so when you put your feelings or sensations or thoughts in the container and you close the lid, and again, you may reinforce it, you may put it under a bed, whatever that is, I just want you to feel your body just relaxing. Just feel it relaxing, because you're no longer carrying the burden of those feelings. You'll be able to talk about them when the time is right, but in that moment, you don't have to carry them. I'm Chantel Cohen, and I help you become one again.